It's the good part. Is like whenever you get into a good book. Anyways.
Hello.
Bonjour. Bonne nuit.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Hablo español.
Ooh, so 2 things. So we're about to start an edit. So we're gonna wait a few minutes for people to kind of drift in before we get going. But in the meantime, we're going to have our black sesame paletas that we homemade.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make this window a little bit bigger so we can show off our amazing treats. And I'll move it back to normal in a little bit. But I'm gonna run.
Yep.
Get some paletas ready.
We like paletas.
And Fox will explain to you what these things are in the meantime while I peel them out of this thing.
So basically, a paleta is a Mexican popsicle. It's basically just ice cream, an ice cream popsicle. But these are quote-unquote paleo because they're just...
quote-unquote.
Because it's just cream. What is it? Cream?
It's cream, honey, black sesame.
Cream, honey, black sesame.
I had to put some simple syrup in because...
simple syrup, that's the
but
paleo.
it's cane sugar. It's cane simple syrup, so it's a little bit less. And yeah, that's kind of the main...
But yeah, so it's like we make like an ice cream and then we freeze them in the shape of popsicles. So it's like ice cream popsicles with black sesame. And apparently they're legit. What the chance that I come the second you guys come back online? Hey Grover, hey Majin. Howdy. We're gonna quickly eat some paletas while people show up. So you guys can see us. It's okay, they're on our diet though. It's okay. And we went to the gym. Because we're good. Also, Boss got me this badass book called The Joy of Painting. It's the best of the joy of painting. And I'm freaking pumped.
There you are, lady.
Ooh, thank you. Okay. Should we show them? This is the...
So these are the paletas, black sesame paletas. Mmm.
That is good.
What are the chances that I come the second you guys come back online? Perfect timing.
Mmm.
So, you're in luck, Majin, because the second one we're doing tonight is a screenplay.
Mm-hmm. TV
Right?
pilot, right?
Yeah, TV pilot.
Mmm.
I was paleo. Not good for you, but still paleo, sort of.
Okay.
Isn't it so yummy?
Yeah. Like all the sesame seeds went down at the bottom.
Yeah, they settled in the first time I did this too, but...
Oh my god, that mouthful, it was still good, but...
yeah, it was a mouthful of sesame seeds. Maybe I should filter them out next time to see the flavor in there.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah, I think I'll have to make sesame seed ice cream, or actually keep it stirring the whole time.
Nice. What was it before? Over.
We're shrinking.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's pretty good, bub.
Right? Ah, delightful.
Feels like cheating.
Urban fantasy, that's right.
That's right.
It's not cheating.
Like I'm cheating.
Not cheating.
Okay. I feel like urban fantasy. Well, yeah, I guess fantasy, sci-fi. It's a fine line.
Yeah, it gets so good once you get past the little...
Yeah. I'm very happy right now.
All right. So we've been stuffing our faces. Let's check this out. So we're going to do at least the first 10 pages of Matte Black. Or maybe, because this is prose, maybe the first 5. Are you eating frozen avocado?
Nope. Paleta. It is an ice cream popsicle with sesame seeds. Black sesame seeds.
It's a black sesame creamsicle.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Frozen avocado would be weird.
I don't know.
Actually, maybe that'd be good.
Maybe that's a thing.
I'm gonna look it up later.
Far be it for me to knock on something I don't never try.
You know what a good ice cream substitute is a frozen banana.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe it. Those just have as much sugar as ice cream.
Yeah. And you can like mash, you know, it gets creamy when you freeze it if you mash it first.
Oh.
And then it's like, I saw a Facebook thing on it.
Is that a thing too? Frozen avocado? Yeah.
Okay. Really started.
Alright. So what do you think, sis? This guy valuable? You think he can help us?
I don't know what to think.
I mean, man. You see the way he fended off those animals. Hmm? And that weird electric boom at the end? I think he can help us, sis. I think this guy's our ticket. This is a little bit explanatory dialogue. Kind of okay in the beginning, but if possible, I would consider just using description. You have description. The more you use dialogue, which is really about building scene and drama, to explain parts of the world, stuff like that, the more people will stop trusting your dialogue. Just put the right things in the right places. I have to send you this intro when I'm done. Yes, please do. Please do. Very explanatory dialogue. It makes the reader distrust your... So if you're in a close, if you're in a close third person, I don't know what this is going to be. If you're in a close third person, you can just tell us what he's thinking. Like, you can just tell us what he knows.
Yeah, it seems a little on the nose. That whole paragraph.
Yeah. What you working on tonight? So we're doing editing tonight. So we're actually doing an editing stream.
Whose is this?
Huh?
Whose is this?
Ghetto Torture.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's
his name. Yeah.
That's his real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's his screen name. I think he maybe wrote his real name up here. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I mean, see, there it is. Ghetto Torture right there. That's him. Okay. So, a little bit on the nose, a little bit overuse of dialogue to communicate stuff. So beware these things. They are risky. Hello again, Nightingale. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is the fun. This is the actual edit.
This is the final boss.
This is this is our bread and butter. It's what we started doing before I just got lazy and started doing all my writing on stream.
I think it's opposite. It
started working more on writing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're the only one I care about, Chaz's Head. Don't get your hopes up. Judy Dawn, what's up? Welcome to the edits. You're the only one who cares about Chez's Head. Don't get your hopes up. We still need to talk to him. Yeah, also, like, professions of... do people say stuff like this to each other? Yeah. First rule of dialogue is it has to sound like something people would actually say. People being like, you're the only one I care about, Chaz's Head, and don't get your hopes up. Like, that feels on the nose, unless they're like really lovey-dovey, gross, couple.
Well, like right before, you sure seem to be putting a lot of care into him. Hell, maybe even more than me.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would really say that.
Yeah. There's usually a subtext way to show this, and that's why having movement in the scene is really important, because like the way he's like, cleaning something, it really helps to show us the subtext. Anyways, Matt could faintly hear them speaking and tried to listen to him, but he was too tired. Instead of fighting the feeling of wanting to fully wake up, he listened to his body and rested more. He was dreaming about his brother again. With a malicious laugh and a carnival smile, his brother was in his ear, whispering lies and fallacies to him to kill his self-esteem. So this is good. It shows this tension between the characters. Could be better, but hang in there. No, Judy, we hope you're well.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been.
Some prayers.
Judy, thanks for the cheer. Much appreciated. So kind. The tip jars falling. Much obliged. Well, you need to come and submit your stuff to us, Judy, because we want to edit it for you. Hopefully that will brighten up your day. I'm sorry you've had kind of a rough week. That's rough.
That's the worst.
But thank you for also spreading the cheer. Yeah, sending prayers indeed. So back to this piece. This needs to be more specific. This is really good. I like that this character has this kind of really dark relationship with his brother that kind of manifests itself in these like ear whispering. It's really creepy.
Hallucinations.
But it's okay to give us context. Like, tell us what he's saying. We don't have to know everything it means. Ooh, family fires. Yeah, that's rough.
These are tough.
I think that's like the nature of family, is there's always a fire to put out at some point.
And if there's not, there will be.
Yes. If there's not, just give it time.
Yeah.
And it will happen. Well, we'll keep you and your family, in our thoughts and prayers. That's really rough. Yeah. Well, hang in there, Judy. Hope your writing is still going well along the side. That's such a great rest for the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of random stress lately, and it's good. Tell us what he's saying. We need to get the specifics. Yeah. That's very true, Imagine Boo. We do need to get the specifics of...
Like what? What kills his self-esteem?
Yeah, like, he could be like, you're trash. Like, Susie thinks you're really dumb. Like...
That gives insight into Matt right away, too.
Yeah, and we don't have to know who Susie is or whatever. Like, that's, just the tone is all we need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get a phrase of whatever, like, it could even be in space and be like, you're really terrible at building girders and putting things together and the spaceship hates you. Like, that same thing, like, he's whispering lies and fallacies to kill that person's self-esteem.
Yeah, but it's different for everybody.
Yeah,
everybody cares about different things. That bases their self-esteem on different things.
Yeah, and you can just accomplish that with tone. Matt was completely paralyzed. He opened his mouth to let out a plea, but no sound came out. It became a made of frantic, now mentally awake. He first noticed he was laying down on a hard surface. There was a minor sting in his shoulder that would go away and then come back. So this is a lot of data. I would say this is a little bit over described, where you could just say his shoulder stung. Like those types of like things where there's a minor sting in his shoulder, or you can do throbbing. Like, solar thumb throbbing. Like, just kind of really snappy, keeping it fast, because I don't think this is like a huge note, but the more data you give earlier, the more you can lead the reader down rabbit trails. So, like, keeping it really concise and to the point early on is not a bad thing. He listened and heard the breathing of people. So I would just say he heard, He heard the breathing of two other people, one in front. So a lot of the direction is, this one kind of makes sense. His eyes and quickly came into focus.
His eyes quickly came.
Yeah, quickly came into focus. Into focus. Snapped over and I don't know. I think it'd be quickly focused. He snapped over and grabbed the arm behind him, and the girl dropped the object she was prodding into the shoulder.
You should have known that there was an object there first.
I think that was his shoulder strung, throbbing.
Clear then.
Yeah, I think this. Now reading further. And to describe the way the voices sound. Yeah, I agree. Want to maybe just say something poked against his shoulder. And so a lot of this, and I would just say read. So this to me feels like you're getting a good, which is good. Like I feel like you have this awesome idea for a story, but you're still building out kind of how to describe a scene in a way that is like cause and effect. And having this really neat train of logic leading us from the outside into the scene. And the best way to think about this is in movies. They start with a wide shot, and they close in on the character and then get to the dialogue. Certain movies, if they're trying to accomplish kind of a disorienting thing, which you're doing here, they start with like a hyper close-up, and then they start backing up, right? And that's kind of how this is the effect you're trying to create. I think you're close. The things I would think about is some of your ordering of how you're describing things and focusing on a few key feelings. Like, he's kind of in this, what's up, Resident Evil fan? How's it going?
She didn't say
she didn't say hi to me, whatever.
Hi, Rezzy. I know I'm the main star here. We're doing some editing, which is what we were intended to do. Final boss editing. Oh, she said hi, boss.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? Need to get some more water. I was drying out after that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so building that like zoom in shot with your prose and building that zoom out shot with your prose, like when you start closed on somebody like this and you start zooming out, that takes practice, and like that's almost worth doing writing exercises and reading a bunch of books and just watching how they do their opening scenes. What kind of stuff, like what facts are they giving the reader to start building the scene? Because like they're giving just the reader these little facts, and the reader is filling in all the blanks in their mind.
Yeah.
And you have to be like, what are the key words? And they're usually really specific, concrete things that are starting to like draw us out. And like you're kind of doing it right, where you're starting with his mental state, then he starts feeling his body, he feels his poking. But you have some things out of order, which is he hears the breathing of two people. But that... like, I feel like that's a little bit, that should come later, right? Or that probably was an unnecessary detail, because he's already getting someone poking him in his shoulder. I just kind of want to get to this, like, zoom out a little bit quicker.
Oh, thanks,
Judy. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for the host. I didn't hear the beep. I actually should go. I'm scared to open up my Twitch dashboard right now, because I'm worried it's going to... Okay, it didn't do it. So, like, my Chrome window capture was being weird, so... I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't like suddenly like pull up my Twitch dashboard and show all my passwords to everybody, because that's fun. Here's the rest of my bits. Just 5 short of 100. Well, thank you for emptying out the piggy bank.
Yeah, Nightingale.
Much appreciated, Nightingale.
The cheer queen.
You really have been the cheer queen or king. I think she's a queen.
I think you're a girl. Yeah.
She's a girl. I think Nightingale, Sergeant Nightingale is the female Sergeant Nightingale. But thank you so much again for the cheers.
It's a girls' night tonight.
It is girls' night tonight. What am I doing? I just should.
And Majin. And you.
And Majin and me.
Empress, even
I'm
better.
an empress. Get it right. Yeah, they're like, yeah. Also empress. Finventure. Have you guys been reading? Yeah, I do want to say thank you to my auto hosts though.
And Cat Dog.
So yeah, and Cat Dog.
Welcome to the ladies' night.
Welcome to ladies' night, Cat Dog. Yas. Anyways, boss the chauffeur. Yes. Where to, madame? Empress.
Oh, downtown.
Of course, Empress. At your command. So I do want to give all the auto hosts a thank you, which is the Allison Parker, Chayton Cross, VTV Stream, Erica Drayton, Table Reads, Judy Dawn, Casey Magnus, Brian Kent Bright, and Smishmosh. Who is also Allison Parker. But thank you all for the hosts.
That's a lot of auto hosts.
That's a lot of auto hosts and normal people hosts. And we do appreciate that a lot. It makes a huge difference in terms of getting more people excited about writing, which is awesome.
Yep.
And thank you for the host, Grover. Well timed. Did my little... Oh, yeah, my cat... It doesn't make a sound for the host, which is weird.
I feel like it used to.
I feel like it used to as well.
My dashboard got weird, too. I had to, like... My picture on from my offline thing just disappeared. And I had to re-upload it. And I was like, so, it's weird things.
Sad.
Resident Evil
fan, thank you for the
hosting.
host. Much obliged. Yeah, Foxy Boss and all her artist fans. I don't even know if Foxy has a host.
Nope. We'll see if we can figure it out.
You could just turn on auto host, that's easier.
How do I?
You have to go to your chat. And you do like this. I'll just do it. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Might not be possible.
So we'll go to your channel chat. This is your channel chat. Let me see if it works. And you do /host. It's really not too complicated. And then you just type out final boss under final underscore boss. Well, thank you guys. Boat equals note. And thank you for the last Salt Bay of your bits. So kind. You've been really, really awesome and supportive, Nightingale. We very much appreciate it. And it's going straight into, actually,
there we go.
We have the Bob paints that you contributed to right here. This is a new can of liquid white for Fox. Liquid white. So this is for Fox. She ran out. Thank you for the host, Foxy. Yeah, much appreciated.
Yep.
We're gonna get all your artist fans. Yep, you got it right.
Cool. I did it.
So yeah, so this is where where your bits have gone, which is a nice jar of liquid white for Fox.
With Bob Ross's face on it.
White.
Liquid white.
Liquid white. So yeah, this is ready to go, and I actually bought my own painting set.
Yep.
So I can start. We can do which will be the most grossly adorable thing in the world. We'll
just look at each other. Like
we'll do a painting screen and then like dot paint on each other's nose and like giggle. Yeah, it'll be really adorable. Yeah, I mean, like, you're cute. Your painting's better. No, your painting's better. Look at your clouds.
That'll be disgusting.
Yeah. Cat dog's like, yeah.
Oh,
It's okay.
I'll be there.
Sleepover. All right. I want to make sure I do Matte Black justice here, so we'll keep cranking.
Yep, no distractions.
But the big note is read how people are getting into scenes and getting out of scenes. That is the hardest thing. It is really hard, and it is a telltale sign of someone who is. It's really easy to spot someone who's still getting their feet wet on how they're getting in and out of scenes. That is so critical. That is so critical. So, as the writer Matte Black, just keep these things. These kind of like little breaks in that progression in and out are pretty. They'll be jarring to the reader, and they'll know that something funky is going on. I'll just write that in my notes.
Link in the chat.
Read how. Talk about boys or girls and gossip. It's gonna be all. What the hell?
Walked in on a ladies'
Read how writers get in and out of scenes. This feels like a start to a great zoom out from a close shot, but there's a note on paragraph break. Let me scroll up in a sec. Let me just write
Boss
this.
didn't go to his day job today, so that's why he looks less tired, Resi.
My day job is extremely exhausting.
He took the week off from his day job.
I feel
so
great.
He's a little fresher.
Yeah. I really wish other people worked at my job just so they know how insanely stressful it is. It's probably one of the more stressful jobs I've ever had. So boss has got nice no bags today.
Yep.
Beautiful and like a butterfly.
Okay, focus.
Great to be a great zoom out from a close shot. But beware these cuts in the progression. And we'll kind of I'm looking, Majin. I'm looking. Doing good. Boat after the line. You're at my house. The man whispered. Paragraph goes going to show other action, but doesn't contain more dialogue from the same man. After the line, you're at my house. Where is that? Is that a little bit further down?
Oh, yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, it's a little bit further down. Let me just type that in, though, because I want to make sure that the writer gets it.
Sorry, there's your at my house.
Oh.
Next one down.
From Ajin.
Okay.
Thanks, Majin. And if you guys see notes, chat them to us. This is all to help, the writers get the best set of notes and the best work they can. So,
yep.
Yeah, I always want to make sure that we're doing this good. Where am I, Matt Bandit in a whisper? It's going to be like 110 all week? Yep. Fox has been miserable in the heat.
It's been nicer down here. Drove down today to see my new place.
All right. Where am I? Matt demanded, whispering sound in his ear. You're at my house, said a man from behind. Matt took in his surroundings. Yeah, that is kind of a bit of a funky transition there.
Talking to the girl?
Yeah. Maybe the guy's like interrupting in. Matt took in his surroundings as he turned to face a stranger, dim, cramped, and dirty walls lined with random scraps of metal. It was very small. So that's dim, cramped. Matt took in his surroundings as he turned to face the stranger. So one thing to be aware of is your ordering is a little rough, where when he's trying to face the stranger, you want to think about the cause and effect chain you're building for the reader, right?
He wouldn't be paying attention to the walls right then. He would, somebody just talk to him from behind, so he wouldn't suddenly be like, what's that? Oh, look at this. He's focusing on the stranger.
Exactly. So I was expecting this to be a description of the stranger's face. So like that action and intake of information needs to be really linked. So expected this to be a description of the stranger's face.
It looks like the next sentence is a description, but that should come after, like later.
That's true. That's very, very true. And I think to Fox's point, this comes to that really studying how that cause and effect, but like adding on Fox's point, this is that cause and effect chain that's so important, is you need to have a really clear chain of like linked causes and effects. Like he turned, he saw the stranger's face, the stranger looked like this. And you can have actions cut in to show the room. You don't even need to. You can just have he like blinked and look around, which is an action, I guess. And the room was this. So I like your intuition of trying to insert some of the scene and make sure we don't miss it. But you want to make sure that the more important than getting the scene across is having a smooth flow of cause and effect. Hands down every time, I would say. Mm-hmm. When he turned, he saw the boy, not a man, his face trying to show dominance, looking down. This is a show don't tell, even in writing. How does this look? Help me visualize. Yeah, that is a fragment. I mean,
a little. I guess it could be artsy.
I don't know if it's an intentional artsiness though.
Yeah.
It has to be a pretty good reason to have a fragment. How does this look? Help me visualize what's showing. Yeah. Don't forget that transitions are an opportunity to develop character, not just going from A to B. That's so true. And same with this. Like these facial expressions, like, trying to show dominance. If you tell me what that looks like for this character, I will get to know him better. Because I'll be like, oh, well, this guy tries to show dominance by putting his... I think that was like a lag. It's my...
Boss editing.
It's my
has something to add. It's your soul.
Derp. Derp.
I think that was a tester from like 20 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago that just popped up.
Derp.
Yes, tell us more Final Boss editing.
A derp a loop flip. A deep a derp. Derp a loop flip derp. Derp 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 derp. In the derp derp derp.
He's a special editor. This is special boss editing.
Flip a loopy rippy derp.
Derp boss editing.
Flip a loop a nerp derp. And to Flip a Derp's point, the Flip a Derp, Nerp a Derp.
Yep.
Flip a Derp. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's a high point. It's a high point, guys. This is a high dirt. Where did that come from? Final boss mini stroke. Where did that come from? Freaking restream.
Little tester just
My little
freaked out.
This came back in. Dirt. Slurp-a-derp derp.
Oh my gosh.
Slurp-a-derp-a-derp. Oh, well, that was a
hilarious.
magical moment.
Yeah.
That was just magical. Derp.
Wasn't even capitalized.
Yeah. I know, what a shame. For an editor, I didn't even capitalize my own derp. How does this look? Clearly visualize showing down. Looks like this character. And perhaps use it to show characterization. How does this character show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
And this is a writing channel, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Derp.
Nerd.
Yeah. It's pretty much all writing is derp-a-derp, flip-a-derp-a-derp-derp-derp-a-derp.
I'm just gonna insert that into random conversations with you now.
Derp.
It's gonna be like dirt. And then I was
Wait.
dirt.
You already do that, though. All the time.
Was copying me?
That's all I hear.
Dirt.
Derp-a-derp-a-derp-a-derp-a-derp.
No, it's not even that. Just dirt.
Dirt.
Dirt. Okay.
Man could read is a slurp-a-derp.
Snipper-nerp.
A trademark and sold on shirts. That's true. Final boss editing. Slurp-a-nerp. Matt could read his eyes that he wouldn't put the gun down until he let. So a lot of these are a little bit less concrete. So you want to show me the concrete things that I can experience through my senses of sight, hearing, smell, touch, taste. I want to experience what this character is experiencing. I know I did the word wrong.
No, I'm just laughing.
It gets so stressed that sometimes it's going to go full. It's hard to relax. It's true. Yeah. Yes, we got to get extra special. That's why I don't have bags under my eyes today. I went full derp.
Okay.
He released it, and the boy backed down and expressed half a smile. Matt turned to look at a large-eyed girl and then back at the kid. Well, one of them anyways.
There's a kid? Where's the kid?
I think the kid is the kid trying to be dominant. He saw a boy, not a man. His face trying to show dominance, looking down, demanding submission. So I think these are like two kids that are trying to like.
I see. There's another like show don't tell. Matt could read in his eyes that he wouldn't put the gun down until he let go of the girl's arm.
Yeah, where is the? Oh yeah. Where is it? Oh yeah. Oops, come on. Cool. We took you in after you got it. Well, one of them, anyways, in the back of the kid. Okay, so this is a long lag. You're at my house. Well, one of them, anyways. There's so much that happens between this intro and the end. I would do something to kind of say, like, at least the kid continued. Maybe I'll just write that in. I won't even do a full note. One of my houses. Because we kind of want to reestablish. The reader's kind of catching up. We took you in after you got in with those animals. You remember that? A flash memory of death. Death-ridden fangs and putrid saliva came to his mind. He shook it off. Matt, still good line here. I like this. This is nice. It's punchy.
Yeah. Intriguing.
Tropic Thunder, Kirk Lazarus. Simple Jack. Did you see that movie?
Yeah.
That is the funniest damn movie.
I haven't seen it in a really
With Robert Downey Jr.
One time, like long time.
I just remember laughing my face off for like 2 hours, and then
like the troll movie of the century.
Yeah. I just remember the one with Tobey Maguire where they had the fake previews.
Oh yeah.
It's like Sinful Abbey or something stupid like that.
I want to watch that.
Oh, it was like Dark Abbey. It's like being so dumb. Oh, it was amazing. Matt still on the table looked down at himself. What did you do to me? What are these? Those are called clothes. Hard as hell finding them considering how big you are, he mumbled to himself. But yeah, you were completely naked. Anyone just saw you from a ways. That's how a kid would talk. I can believe that, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that was funny.
But it was funny. He must have saw you from a ways, and when we got close, some sort of lightning struck the ground. That was the last.
That's the last one.
You scared him off good there, mister. He motioned his hand towards Matt. Matt looked at the girl who was still focusing on him. He sat up and leaned towards her. His breath slowed now. He looked at her soft skin, pulled back long red hair. Overall, innocent face and demeanor, he stared at matching intensity. Snap! I'm not sure what this is going... What's your name?
Why is he,
Yeah, I'm not sure what this means.
Staring at her?
Yeah, he does, yeah, that is a bit, yeah. Not sure what this means. Yeah, mentioning him looking at the soft skin first is a bit... And that's like the power of like characterization, right? Because, and this is called like free indirect discourse, where if you describe things a certain way, it can come across as the character's voice. And so it's like, if you read Madame Bovary, and he was like one of the guys that did it a lot and kind of pioneered it, and this is like the stereotypical example, is like, you know, she would see her, you know, dumb husband Charles that she was cheating on. She would be like, oh, you know, they're like, you know, like you would describe like it would be described in the action like she looked over and saw Charles. He was wearing some stupid black coat along with his like messy hair, and it had a piece of mustard he hadn't noticed. Like that's in the action. That's Flaubert talking, right? Like it's the author talking, but he's using Bovary's voice to describe Charles, which does double duty, which characterizes her, characterizes him, and then sets up a relationship, which is even more efficient. Because once you have two characters with a relationship, and especially a conflict-driven one, you have a story. So this is actually doing that, but I think unintentionally, where it feels like this might be coming from, what's his face from Silicon Valley? Awesome.
Ooh.
I love those descriptors of Charles Bovary. This Madame Bovary.
TJ
Oh,
Miller.
TJ Miller. So
Bovary.
when I use Madame Bovary's voice, I sound like TJ Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
A little bit of mustard on his shirt.
Well, mustard. Oh, TJ Miller. I want to watch. Yes, Bachman.
Aviato.
It's Aviato. That's what sold it. Yeah.
That's what sold it. Just a bit of mustard.
Hot dog or not hot dog?
Well played, Jin Yang.
Jin Yang. Oh, man. That show's so flippin' good. Oh, my gosh. I want to watch it. All right. Anyways, this ordering sets her soft skin to be the first thing character
It's a little rapey.
notices, so it feels a little creepy. Snap. Hey, hello. Oh, so he's snapping his fingers. I would describe that. I'd describe this if you can.
Yeah, it's more like screenplay stuff, right?
Yeah, screenplays you wouldn't even do it with the little dots. You would all cap it. Like you would be like, and you would still put it in context. Yeah, you'd be like, Jeff capital snaps his fingers, and then that's just a signal to the sound guy that they're gonna have to get a thing. That's really the only reason you cap it. I'll cap it italicized and bold. No one ever uses bold, but why not? Immortality awaits for the bold.
Hey, hello. Yeah, back over here, buddy. What's your name?
He didn't expect the kid to be so forward. Matt looked at him and realized that he wasn't really a kid, but more of a young adult. YA. Messy hair attempted to be concealed by a beanie, scruffy chin, and a lean build. Matt momentarily forgot.
Forgot what?
Yes. So misplaced modifier. Beware. These can be really hard on your prose. Because the reader's going to be like, what? Forgot. But I guess that's what his name was. So, but this is brought so far away from the question that I lose it, right? This needs to be closer to the question, or it becomes a misplaced modifier. And that's that cause and effect. you're doing a good, so you do an awesome thing, which you're using. Judy Dawn,
Hi,
take care. I hope the
Judy.
family stuff goes
Yes.
well.
Prayers and good thoughts.
Yes, prayers
All
and
of
good
those
thoughts,
things.
indeed. But the thing I think about as you as the writer is you really have a lot of good foundations here. You're using interiority. You're showing us his thoughts. That's awesome. I'm going to highlight that because I think it's good. I think it's out of place, but good. Good use of interiority to show his thoughts. No. I guess it's not a word. But the most important thing I would say right now that you need to really focus on is building a really tight cause and effect chain. One action next, one action next. And your job as a writer is if you want to describe the room, you have to bring it into that chain where he like blinks and looks around. I mean, it can be, or you don't even have to make it a thing. You can just like start a paragraph. He was in a dark room. But whenever you have a cause and effect chain, you don't want to interrupt it with it was a dark room. You want to either break it out as its own thing, like, he woke up, blinking his eyes, his hands were bleeding. The room was dark, blah, 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 blah. And so that kind of starts its own chain, But you don't want this, like, he woke up, his hands were bleeding, the room was dark, and, his blood trickled down his arm. Like, then that's like this break, right? So that flow is critical. Okay, this is just great. Bozo turned halfway, threw his hands in the air, and spun back around.
How do you not have a name? Everybody has a name. Hell, even the table you're sitting on has a name. Mine is Bozo. Oh.
Yeah.
The broad right next to you is Bliss. Ken. Grew up here in Superbia together. They've had each other for almost forever now. So, Mystery Man, what's your name? Actually, whatever. No worries. We'll figure that out later. Down to business. You see, me and my sis...
No.
Whoa, man. You don't even know what it is I'm asking yet. You're just gonna flat out say no?
Yes.
Hey, you owe me.
I didn't ask for your help.
You don't even feel...
It wasn't made to feel. Matt swung his legs around and planted them on the ground. He saw his feet were covered in clothes. This seems cool. Like, it feels like this, like, kids discovering the Terminator. It's pretty badass.
The Terminator's the protagonist.
I think it's a really great concept. This scene is interesting. I think it's just more final Batman editing. Yeah, the voices are key.
Yep. It's half the fun.
Great mystery. Oops, God. Good goal. So that's a great job of, like, by showing us, the clothes up above, and not that the characters know what clothes are. That is a really good job of setting up this mystery. Bozo couldn't help but be mad, thinking he would finally be back. So this is jumping between POVs. It's really hard to do an omniscient. Really hard to do an omniscient narrator.
True. You have to, like, separate it by sections.
Let's read Virginia Woolf.
Yeah. Which, I am, obviously.
So what you're saying is right, Fox. So that's one option. If you want different viewpoint characters, you can break it up into sections. But each of those sections is going to usually be in close third person, right? Like, it will be one section all in close third person from my point of view. And I can't, for example, say Bozo's name until that character knows Bozo's name. That's why I said this is a POV break, because we're in Matte Black's head right now, but then all of a sudden Bozo is named, and he doesn't know that person's name, so that breaks the POV. The other thing that is really risky, so you can do omniscient universal narrator Later, Nightingale. Are you taking off? Oh, and my chapter 4 outline is finally done. Now watch me get stuck on chapter 5. No! Hang in there.
You're sticking around.
Oh, you're sticking around. Good, good, good. What'd you learn, Grover? Learn the hard way to compete rewrite when it comes to narration. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Narration
Yeah,
and POV. Yeah.
Even I'm going back through stuff I wrote like 10 years ago, which now I'm like, oh yeah, my POV's all messed up.
That's okay. That's
yeah,
why.
That's learning. It's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't really know.
That's why a lot of
Think about
times, like one of my writing professor would tell everybody who had a pre-existing work, whenever they came in, or like one that they wanted to reprise from like a while ago, that they weren't actively working on, it'd be like, just start a new one, because you learn so much, especially just by reading and doing stuff about POV, that the amount of like work you're gonna have to do to like pull some of that stuff out is monumental. But if it's a story you're passionate about, you should definitely do it. The work is always well worth it, but it does take a little bit extra elbow grease fixing POV issues, which is what I had to do. I had to go back and rewrite my entire book. Yeah, it happens.
It's the best of us.
It happens to me. I broke some POV rules and did a bunch of silly things and paid the price.
It's tough. If only we could all just jump around between characters.
So you can do that, but there's...
It's tough. I feel like it's the most confusing thing. You never know who's talking, whose head you're in.
That's possible in Universal. And the way Virginia Woolf does it, and we studied it, but I don't think I'm ever going to use it, is she'll do very much the same way they do in scenes, where you like zoom in and zoom out within the scene. So like you'll be like you'll describe like you'll start with a scene, you'll be like, they were sitting at the table, like Julia looked over and saw Bob, and then it will like zoom into Julia, and then it'll be like, she hated him and his dumb hair, and blah 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 blah. She took a drink from the lemonade, like the ice, like, and so now we're zooming back out, right? Like the ice clinked in her glass, the wind blew through the trees. Bob had missed Julia. So then, like, you kind of like can zoom back out and then zoom back in. But you have to kind of like name the characters as you're going, and it's really hard. So yeah, you can do omniscient, but like omniscient is
tough.
Never. Like, it's only really used.
Sanderson.
Yeah.
He does it pretty well.
I don't know if it's first and second half. I don't think it was intentional. Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense.
Omniscient is really powerful, and it does different things, right? Like, it's a story. Omniscient stories are usually much more about a society than they are a person.
That's Brandon Sanderson.
Well, I would say that he still is I would say Brandon Sanderson uses multiple close third narrators. But I don't...
count?
It's different. It's similar, but like usually omniscient is like actually like it would happen all in one chapter is how you would normally think.
More like
at least
Virginia Woolf?
Yeah, where like she's like hopping between brains, like boof, boof, boof. And like she does it seamlessly, and that's why she's brilliant, because I don't think I would ever do that. And that happens a lot in modern fiction, where you're going between a few different heads, and you're getting data that nobody in the story would have. And they're doing that a lot more to like build this, the most important viewpoint in that story is the narrator, right?
And the reader, probably.
Yeah, so it's like really more of a dialogue between like Virginia Woolf and you, versus like you getting really intimate with Vin and you engaging with Vin. Like it kind of levels it back and like, look at these people. Like, this is like what's happening. Yes. I achieve with omniscience by making characters telepathic. Tisk. Yeah, it's very tough. It's a very interesting and tricky book. I would read Miss Dalloway. It's short. It does kind of have a story. But that's how she does it. And we can later I can show you some of the chapters, but she's brilliant. But then she's doing this like very, very precise. Like, everything is thought out. So you cannot go in blind into omniscient, or else you'll start like, I would write a few. Yeah, I'd write a few words, or I'd write a few books, and Fallen Clown, hate confirmed. Yes,
Finally.
Feel the hate flow through you. Hey-oh, fallen clowns. Sorry, I was on a tirade about Omniscient. He was naked, so obviously not from there. Before Bozo could get another word out, Matt was ready to hit for the door, but Bozo sat back, a smirk of contempt in his face. He had a gut feeling that it wouldn't last. Matt limped over to the only exit in the room. On his way, he snatched a container of liquid and chugged it. Made him feel a bit better.
Let's switch back to Matt again.
Okay. Yeah. So you're kind of zooming around between POVs. Beware of these POV jumps. Be sure you want to do Omniscient. And if so, I'm spelling that wrong. Read a bunch.
Dark.
First contact. You saw that signal, didn't you? That beacon? I know you all sensed it. We did. Maybe it was Colo.
Don't be ridiculous. Only Matt can harness that power.
But it was nothing, Girthus. I know you feel as much as I did. Felt it just as much as I did. It was awe energy.
Hi, cat dog.
Bye, cat dog. I've been up for
Don't be
30
asleep.
hours. Oh my
It's
gosh,
not
get some sleep.
Let's sleep.
Hope all is well. We'll be streaming a lot this week because I have the week off. Oh.
Blessings. The blessing of sleep.
It was their decision. Matt thought to himself. He focused back on the labyrinth of tight. So I think these are like little chapter intros.
Oh, I see.
I would just notate these differently. Oh my goodness. Yeah, usually these chapter intros. What?
Grandma. Her comments. My dad posted something.
You're right, Grandma.
It's just a picture of my niece, or a picture by my niece of my nephew. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm not.
She's so good confused.
That's your soul.
I'm not good with this stuff. My computer's not working right now.
Gonna miss you, cat dog. Take
Bye, cat.
care. Chapter intros like the above would usually be in all italics and separated by three line breaks. So that would look like, I'm just going to do an example. I'm going to take out this thing, and then doop, and then doop, and this should not be in italics. If they wanted to have me, that's fine, but it was their decision. Matt thought to himself. He focused on the labyrinth of tight, congested, corrugated, and rusted metal that he was stuck in. He passed other families and groups of people. They all looked sick and dirty, and he had to stop making eye contact with them before he started to feel uncomfortable. Sleep is for the weak. Immortal Nightingale immortality. Are you going to stream your writing, Nightingale, whenever you finally complete your masterpiece, all your outlining? We got to convince Fox to one day stream her writing. She streams her painting, but her writing is still a
private affair.
A private affair. Finally came to a small clearing and sat down and closed his eyes, trying to think of a way to get out of this place. Hey, bud, you want some of this? Matt looked to see a man holding a tub of gelatinous cream. Hey, I got some gelatinous cream.
Well, yeah,
So
man.
there's two other
Get
couple.
some of that.
What? It's the good stuff. You can call me choosy. And give some. You should do it. Try it once, I would say. Nothing will break if you try it one time. it's a lot of fun. The community here is pretty awesome. A lot of really fun people on Twitch. So I couldn't and it also, in my experience, it helps me be more productive because it keeps me from getting distracted, which is one of the natures of having attention deficit disorder. I'd give some more details about how someone walking up to him with cream would fit in the context of this world.
That's funny. It doesn't happen to you?
It doesn't happen to me.
I mean, you haven't lived.
Yeah, I brought the cream. Sir, I noticed you fell from the sky and you're not sure what clothes are, but here is some cream.
Yes.
Enjoy. You can take however much you fancy. The gangly man took a scoop with his fingertip and rub it on your eye like so.
Some crazy shit. We used to it. You better off hitting it with your eyelids.
What? Man, this is the best slime you can get here. You better get it while the getting's good. Whoa. So, okay, this is definitely not the modern world. I didn't know that. So you might want to establish that earlier. This is the #1 slime. I just want to walk around downtown San Francisco.
And you also have to be like dirt.
Hey there, y'all.
Dirt.
I made some homemade slime.
Dirt.
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 Dirt. You want some of this? Rub it on your eyelids. I dare you to like go to the Tenderloin.
Tasmocan.
I dare you to walk through the Tenderloin with the tub and be like, yo, you want some of this?
This is the good slime.
Just gotta rub it on your eyelids. Hey,
Tasmocan.
Taz.
Picking up all the sons. Well, you're a devoted and good father, Tasmocan. That's the most important thing.
Things like
Family
some
first.
from work. Yes, sons are important.
Indeed. If you put on the little email notice for Final Boss, you will always, it'll let you know when we come on. So we do
Will be frequently this week.
Yeah, it's one of the things I caution all of our followers is we do come in at random hours from time to time.
Yeah.
So we try to, just be like, hey, heads up. Let's see. Dirt. Dirt. Let's see if I can twist my eyes enough to actually see.
I can't without him.
Describe how this spell works. And that we... BRB ASAP der.
You look cute in my glasses.
Can't get any writing down with this darn driving. Driving? Are you driving and writing? Don't do that. Ah, well, such it goes. Family first. How do I look with your glasses? I look pretty good.
You look pretty good, yeah.
I think I look better. I'm gonna keep them.
I'm blind.
It's fine.
I can't read anything.
I steal glasses from blind, innocent women.
I steal them back.
No.
I steal them back. Oh, your head's too big. Better.
You have a tiny little walnut head.
Yep. Whoa, that's rude.
Walnut-sized brain.
That's rude.
That's all she's working with is a brain the size of a walnut. And look at how much she's accomplished. Isn't it wonderful? Her poor little walnut-sized brain. They call her Coco.
Oh, you, Coco. Yes, you absolutely need to do that. That'll be an inside joke. People will not understand it. They'll come in and...
Just a timer. Alright, I'll put it on a really long timer.
Every 30 minutes.
It'll be like a really long timer.
I feel like every 30 minutes. Because they waited 30 minutes to post that.
True.
Or at least 30. We can't tell them, though. It has to be a surprise.
Dirt.
Oh, man.
I did give much thought to your jokes and writing prompts commands. I think I'm going to build writing prompts next. So I haven't kicked off work on it yet, but I think I'm planning on it soon. It takes a little bit of time to kind of amalgamate the, which I guess makes sense, all these like random ones. Okay, so we're going to get to page 5 here, I think. Head that way and just follow the sounds before Mike could just cheat. Choosy was rubbing his eyes again. Choosy said to follow the sounds, but there was an ambient noise
This
all
one.
around him. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
I saw it. Actually, there's a video of it, but he only does it like a quarter of the way. It's not that finished.
Oh, interesting.
Choosy says to follow the sounds, but there's an ambient noise all around him. He was just taking guesses again, but over time making a distinct chorus, it kept getting louder, just like Choosy had said. Saw the exit. He neared some guys dressed in brown and purple, got in the resting places. One of them was leaning against a wall. A lot of kind of stuff going on, but I'm having trouble kind of feeling a direction out of it. Where do you think you're going? Out, Matt replied to the overweight man. He was a little taller than Matt, but only by a head. His face was small and pinched, almost giving a face of a mouse. His voice screamed. Didn't no one tell you can't come true here? I was told to go away. Yeah, you bet. How bad do you want to leave? So be careful with overdoing. Using some jargon and funny spelling works, but be extremely sparing with it. Yeah, just trust your reader here. Once you kind of have maybe someone doing inverted grammar, stuff like that, like the reader will be like, okay, he's talking in a funny way.
I also feel like it was too easy for him to like know which way to go. Like the guy just says head that way.
I think you're right. Yeah, feels a little too easy. That Matt would just know the way to go.
Well, Choosy like points, but it's still like you think the guy would be like, I'm not telling you anything. Like, who are you?
Why would Choosy help him? Cool. And then we're gonna get to a screenplay in a few hot minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We may not go all the way through. I may kind of clock out around 10, maybe midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting tired and old. You gotta sip this slime before you go anywhere. I like that idea of this like slime drink that everyone's all jazzed about. I think that's a real. So I think you have such creative raw material here, but I think it is really working on some of those. Just going like go to the writing gym every day. Work on building scenes. Work on this cause and effect. That's what's gonna really make the big difference. You gotta sip this slime before you go anywhere. Matt looked at Hi Man.
Shake off me. Shake off me.
Matt continued past him, ignoring what they were yelling at him. He didn't want to deal with any of them. He finally exited and noticed the animation of all the people. So it's a good conflict, but it's not very hard for him to escape. Feels like there are no consequences if he had just ignored them. We got the High Man, indeed. Matt looked at the High Man. Well, she got another thing coming if she thinks, muttered a short and angry red-faced man as he passed Matt. Other stoic men in dark and red.
Random.
Yeah. Random snippets, yeah. Avoid. So I think he's trying to get this everyone hurrying. Add avoid random snippets like this unless you do a very short series of 3 or something like that. Still, trust your first description. I don't think I needed the extra voice function. In dark and red equipped uniforms, stood watching other uniformly dressed people, keep greasy looking on their back.
And then they see through dialogue in like parentheses. That's gonna again.
Don't forget, citizens, curfews at sundown.
Did you see this?
Oh,
Kind
here.
of like through dialogue in parentheses.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think that's needed. Don't need it.
So yeah, every time you take like a risk and change out how you're expressing dialogue or thought, it's adding a little bit more work for the reader. So if you're like, really, 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 have done this for forever, you'll know how to accommodate for that. But if you're just starting writing or getting into it, you want to stick to the conventions enough. Like you should pick some things to take risks on. Like, hey, I want to have a story with no dialogue and it's all thought or whatever. Like you can do that, but then when you do have a convention, like all the thought will be in italics. Keep it that way. Don't suddenly change it. So like within this world, you can take risks while building your world, but you have to keep it, whatever rules or risks you're breaking, either the grammar or in the actual content of the story, they have to stay consistent once you're there. So this kind of breaks that rule, right, where we say, hey, we have dialogue in normal dialogue with parentheses, and all of a sudden we slap these, or with quotes, then we slap these parentheses on this line.
Yeah.
That's kind of breaking that rule.
Like in the middle of a paragraph, kind of like, oh, it's not like spend.
Yeah. So I see that you're trying to accomplish this feeling of randomness and chaos by doing that, but you're breaking one of the rules you've already established for the world. So that may be too much of a price to pay to get that feeling across. Yeah, it is a little bit jarring. Yeah. Is that I don't know if they're making fun of me, but
I am.
Everyone makes fun of me because I always say certain things. I actually stopped saying it because I got so self-conscious.
Aww.
And now
It's jarring to the reader.
It's just jarring. Where am I? He asked. Don't forget, citizens, curfews is at sundown.
Citizens, curfew is at sundown. Be sure to.
She kept talking and ignored Matt entirely as he circled around her. She kept her gaze fixed on him when he looked down. This is cool. This is a really cool world setup. I want to get to the next one as well and make sure everybody gets kind of like a fair shake. Because this is probably more like 15 pages of screenplay. Because prose is way compressed, especially in Times New Roman or Arial, which are very small font types at 11 font. So we got through a lot of this. So I'm going to give my overall notes. I'm just going to write them in here real quick. I don't know. I'm going to write them on top maybe. Very top. Awesome world and characters. You have some really cool material working with. Interesting setup with Matt having to wake up, figure things out. This has a lot of baked in. Improve. Be sure you have tight cause-effect lines between action, reaction, and scene. Don't interrupt an action and its effect with scene description until the sequence I'll put that as a writing tip too, because I think that's actually adding a new writing tip, yay.
Woohoo!
Boop. So that's something I see a lot. You're not alone, Matte Black. This is a struggle I see a lot of. Don't interrupt an action. What else were the other big thematic ones? Tighten up POV. Ensure you have a system and you're sticking.
Oh, Ghetto Torture's in.
What's up, Ghetto Torture?
Or here.
Oh, yeah, maybe he is there. He's probably like, whoa, what's that?
Like, oh, so many comments.
What do I do? Maybe it's just been there. I don't know if it's moved, but anyways. What was the last one? I submitted something through your email. Make sure to give my Twitch name. Thank you. I'm excited. Impended, do you, just so you know, if it is a free edit, it is going to be live on Twitch. So I hope you're okay with that.
That is acceptable for you.
Cool. Richie. I will start it, and it is going into the queue. Yes, and as you can see with like this work specifically, a lot of the, and that's why I always say, even if you're going to get a paid edit from somebody, get like the first 3 chapters edited, because a lot of the stuff, especially the prose level problems in a work, will be really visible right from the start. So yeah, I started. It is in the queue officially. Good to go. And yeah, tighten up POV, and yeah, I think that's good. Everything else I kind of mentioned. But yes, great job, Matt Black. This is a really cool story. I kind of want to underline. I really like your setup. I thought it was like interesting. I was actually curious to see what happened.
That reminded me of like Blade Runner a little bit.
Yeah, like Blade Runner, Terminator.
That, like, sort of feel of like the dirty, like kind of dark world, futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I agree. I think the one thing is just work on that execution. How do you get in and out of scenes? How do you express a chapter in a single POV? Those types of things. If you can master that, I think you really got something great here. So we're going to go ahead and jump to ORBIS TV Pilot. Cool. Where's Adobe? There's Adobe. Okay, the teaser. I always say, TV guys, this had better be good. The most important part of your TV show.
The teaser?
Yeah.
So there's always a teaser at the beginning?
Yeah, and that's it's like the first little like
first scene.
The little 5 minutes of like, you know, like in Stranger Things it was good. What's the drug one where he makes meth? Breaking Bad, like when he's like driving in the van and he's in his underwear and like
he holds up the gun
and he has the gun and he puts it to his head and he like pokes it out of the road and he puts it to his head or like, you know, he's like, that is like where I'm like, holy crap. Then they smash cut after the teaser to him like teaching chemistry class and you're like, this is all gonna happen in one episode. That's how you know you have a good teaser.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting.
You should watch the first episode of The Walking Dead. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I have a long time ago.
That was like a really good
teaser.
First episode. Or just a good first episode, but yeah.
But especially if you're a reader watching TV, if you like storytelling and you like watching TV, yeah, Breaking Bad's amazing. Look at the promises they're making in the teaser. What are they promising you in the rest of the episode? That is the biggest question to ask. Yeah, I know. Breaking Bad's amazing. But they do that so well in Breaking Bad where they promise you enough to get you to watch and keep watching. And then they have these continued hooks at the end of each kind of act. So hour-long TV shows are 5 acts. 30-minute comedies are 3 acts. And just look for each of those progressions. They're about usually 5 scenes per act in TV, if I remember.
Let's go. We're out of time.
Yeah, shit. Take mushrooms.
Talking of mushrooms?
I said shit and I said take mushrooms, so it wasn't a swear word.
Oh. You're weird. He's weird. Weird. Read.
So whenever you say the F word, you say crying out loud. Crying out loud.
Fuck.
Crying out loud.
Mushrooms.
No.
Shit.
Talking mushrooms.
Fuck.
Crying out loud. For crying out loud. Exterior dig site, Stamstorm dusk. Remnants of an ancient city dot the landscape. Magnificent stonework reduced to rubble by sands of time. Sheets of sand batter the jeeps, trucks, and tents that make up a dig site. A cave opening in the side of a rocky outcropping. Ooh, the focus of excavations. POV binoculars. A red box is carefully loaded into a truck with armed guards, overseen by Walter. Good name.
Walter, yeah.
Stands out as a figure of authority, dressed head to toe in a black suit and gloves. Walter retreats into the shelter of the cave. So great character description. This is a solid setup so far. The first few lines. Great character description. Shit, zoop. Zoop. Using clothes and having the age. This is, you don't always see this in the screenplays where you're doing it well. One thing to be aware of, getting a little bit long on your action lines here. Try to keep them under 4, especially on the first page. If you can, there's always stuff to cut. I'm not going to make a hoot and holler about this right now, but because I know this is also a bar of text. So that's also like something that like when it's broken up, but like, you know, there's a lot of text, there's a lot of movement. That's good. Yeah, just be aware that that's my impressions as a screenplay reader. I'd be like, ooh, a lot of text is okay. And then I'd be like, ooh, that's a really long chunk. Is this guy like a novel writer switching over? Those types of questions would be happening. Lowering the binoculars, mask the intruder wearing loose-fitting robes, clicking their tongue in disappointment. Cave complex. The intruder creeps down the ancient corridor along fiber optic power cables from the surface. Maze of pathways and adjacent rooms snake from the main corridor. Walter oversees the half-dozen scientists and archaeologists to the work. I want to know how this guy... Show me what this... Because, like, I'm reading it, and I can tell that his name is Intruder, so he's an intruder. But with everything else that's going on, if I was imagining this happening in a movie, I wouldn't... Like, a dude in a mask and binoculars wouldn't feel out of the ordinary. Like, I'd just be like, oh, it's just another guy.
Especially because the other guy's
Show
wearing
me
black.
something that the... intruder does in scene, not just his name, that shows me he's different than the other people and an intruder.
When he is watching them with binoculars from far away.
But he creeps down. Okay, well, maybe. Okay, little note. Okay, a light table set up with rock fragments and antiquities. Carefully. Ooh, I like this. Mummy and magic. Gimme, gimme. This is my favorite genre. Cameras and lights are pointing at an elaborate sarcophagus on the wall of hieroglyphics. The inscriptions depict a god, the underworld Anubis, handing a red orb to the pharaoh. Keeping to the shadows, the intruder watches and stealthily makes her way to the complex. Okay, that's fine. Room's been turned into a makeshift server farm with a bundle of portable servers processing data from the site. Intruder plugs a thumb drive into one of the servers on screen. Restart H now. Ooh, code stuff, like it. Sticking the enter key, sticking in the enter key and server blips, then restarts. Login, admin, blah blah blah. Xavier projects, yeah. A download progress bar displays on the screen. Cave complex, burial chamber. Scientists anxiously start testing their screen. What's wrong? Something's reset the server. I'll go check it out. Suspicious Walter nods to an armed guard to accompany the scientist. The scientist, accompanied by the armed guard, walks into the room. Hey, you're not supposed to be back here. That's a little on the nose.
Yeah,
oh, you're so close. Beware.
Yeah. Be warned.
Be warned. On the nose dialogue. Oops. Yeah, I feel like it'd be like, who are you? Like,
what are you doing? Something like that.
You're not Steve.
Oh my goodness gracious. An intruder.
Good heavens, someone who does not belong here. Yeah, unless it's ironic, yeah. You don't want to hike. Oh, I've been missing out on chat, my goodness. Character mid-paragraph. Carriage return before intruder. Where'd you see that? Let it be on its own line. Intruders introduced to appear. Is that what you're saying? Classic line. Get the F out. Yeah. Initiate intruder alert protocol. It seems there is a plot person here who's going to complicate things. Intruder spins around, knocking the scientist out with a high kick to the temple.
Yeah.
Startled, the guard clumsily fires off a round, thundering through the chamber. Fist in the ground. The intruder lowers her mask, and we meet Jay. 49. Just about Jonathan Chen's age. An older, fit woman with curly gray bangs and partially covering her face. Fallen Clown! What's up? We still love you, Fallen Clown. She sighs, heavily looking at the damaged server. The lights flicker as the server dies. She removes the thumb drive of the progress, having only reached 87. The chorus of incoming heavy boots echo on the floor. Gunfire, this way! He's a really dumb British guy. Following the cables back towards the burial chamber, Jay is fired upon by the guards. There.
Don't let them escape.
Guard dialogue is feeling pretty... Yeah, I think that note still applies. Walter joins the guards, prepping the gunfire. Jay removes her robe, revealing 2 guns strapped to her back. Yeah, Fox can act it out. And 2 holstered to her chest. She carries an array of knives on her belt and a hatchet, the latter which she brings down the bundle of cables, powering the lights. The lights flicker, dead, as the guards cautiously move into the shadows with guns mounted backwards, moving systemically among them. Systemically is kind of a funny word. Careful to stay out of their lights, she muffles the nearby reveal, removes her robe to reveal.
I think that works too, though. She removes her robe,
Yeah.
only 2 guns. I think this all could work, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the dependent clause here is okay. I'm not super beefing with that. Yeah, revealing 2 straps. I've been actually more a big fan of these modifying phrases in my writing recently. So, yeah, they're kind of an easy way to. You still need to mix it up. So, like, if she was doing that like every line, like Jay Rose Road revealing this, Jay did that, going to the store. Like, if you do that every time, like, you're right, that'd be like a bit much. But every now and then, it's a pretty handy little tool. Moving systemically among them, Jay is careful to stay out of the lights. She muffles a nearby guard from behind and plants a knife in the base of his neck. She's so violent. One after another, guards are thinned in the darkness among screams and gunfire. So she feels like a grammaton cleric here. She's kicking so much ass.
A what?
Grammaton cleric. You never seen Equilibrium?
What's that?
Well, that's fantastic. This relationship is... What a great way to end this one. Yeah.
It's been great, guys.
Wow. Well, we all knew it was doomed anyways, so may as well have it happen now. Equilibrium is a really good movie because it's perfectly fine to write scripts with incomplete or wrong sentences. It's technically... She removes her robe, revealing technically a dangling particicle. Yeah, I guess you're right, isn't it? Revealing 2 guns strapped. Yeah. She removes her robe, revealing 2 guns. I don't know.
I've never heard of this.
Huh?
I've never heard of it.
It's so good. So good. It gets hated on by critics, but it's it's like a cult classic. It's a cult classic. Yeah, I guess that's true. Not that matters, yeah. As long as it sounds good.
Yeah.
That's true, but I want to make sure I just want to try and keep the inging and ly words down the count. Yeah. That's probably a good point. I will contend that. If possible, be gentle with... Yeah, the LYs are risky with Overusing in my words. I think that's actually a really solid note.
Yeah.
I probably need to do the same myself.
Me too.
But so it goes. I still like
That's
them.
probably why it seemed okay to me.
Okay, so then yeah, she has like pretty amazing she has pretty epic skills. Yeah. I don't know, it just feels like a little bit
too easy.
Yeah, I just don't I don't know, like I kind of am looking for like the price of magic at some point. Like, you know, it's one of the things.
It's only the teaser, though, you know?
Yeah. I want... If this is the real world, I need to get a sense. Don't go crazy over it. I know. I'm just adding it up. But we want to go crazy. But yeah, I think one of the really good things where I feel like whenever you think about magic systems and heroes with uber strength and powers, even in, or like ninja badasses, that's a magic system. I think that's actually something Equilibrium specifically does well, where these guys are like god tier gunfighters. They're like amazing gunfighters, but they have this magic system behind it where they learn these like patterns, and they have like the highest probability of like dodging, and they like, so you see like the Grammaton clerics like practicing like the gun patterns. And, like, you know, it's very much like that. Like, and so, like, I kind of am hoping that develops from this because she seems to have this, like, superpower magic of, like, kicking ass. But I just don't want it to be that she's just a superpower ass kicker.
Although Buffy was just a superpower ass kicker.
But she was in a huge magic world.
Exactly.
And she had a role. Like, she was the Slayer.
Right, so she was, like, given the superior strength as a Slayer, but she still had to, like, she like automatically knew how to fight, but she still had to deal with like the emotional consequences of like being a Slayer as a teenager. So I think that's like it's not always like a magic system like the fighting itself, but
yeah,
it should like tie into the character.
You're right, and the power to fight that well needs to have a why.
Yeah.
And like her why was like, the reason I can fight this well is because I'm the Slayer. Mm-hmm. And then to your point, it comes at a price too, because she's a Slayer, she's a teenager who hasn't murdered people and like these like really dark things. Mm-hmm. So like there is that, you know, like you want when you give them a why that gives them a good thing, you immediately to give them a why that gives them a bad thing too, from the same why. If you can, it's hard. Jay is careful, stay behind. Nuzzle's a guard. Damn it, come with me. Buffy killed herself to save everyone at one point. That's how that show got dark as F.
Spoilers, he hasn't seen it.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
I think I did see that one.
The gift?
Or she like dies or something?
No. Okay. She dies twice.
Okay. Rip Buffy. Now that she's dead. I remember like they were like joking about her coming back from the dead, and they're like,
she comes back twice. The second time is a little more intense though. The first time it's just like she died for like 30 seconds. The second time she's gone for like months. And they have to like resurrect her like rotted corpse.
Did she come back like a zombie?
No, but like they show her like her like decaying corpse, and then her like coming back to like, and then she has to dig her way out of her own grave. And she's like super messed up. Like super messed up for a while, and then she's like depressed the entire season because she was like, they thought she was in hell. And so they like brought her back to life, and she was like, I was in heaven, and I was like, I was finally at peace, and you brought me back. I don't want to be here. Like, this is a nightmare. It's really dark.
Oh fuck! Crying out loud.
That's my favorite season, actually, when she's all like dark.
It's the mind of the fox. This little
dark place.
This little walnut brain goes into some dark places. I'm just kidding. She gets a lot of crap from me. Yeah. Poor soul.
I give him a little bit back,
She dishes it out pretty heavily.
I told him how to do his painting.
I was laughing. That was a really funny one.
Like this? Something like this?
Cute. Only the howl of a whipping sandstorm answers him. The figure emerges from the shadows of the cave entrance. Sure, shall we fire? Walter and the guards click. Ammo. Beat. Ooh, don't use beat if you can. That's just my own personal thing. Don't.
Not fake, Grover.
Don't use beat if you can. Try to fill in with something that will add to the scene. They describe like the gunshots echo into silence. Everyone waits. The figure falls on his face first as one of their own. Jay explodes from the darkness, running with two 17th century blunderbuss pistols at eye level. No, Fox! The swirl of gunpowder smoke, Jay pulls out a third ancient flintlock pistol. Why is she using all these old-ass guns?
Because that's her magic power, maybe.
Frantically reloads, only managing to fire 2 rounds and miss their targets. Walter is instantly KO'd. Reeks of cheese. Where the jokey tone in action. Describe what happens and will in a way content is funny. Oops. Jay searches Walter's jacket, removing the rock. She eyes it curiously, then pockets it before hopping into a nearby jeep and driving into the sandstorm. I also don't get why she's using blunderbuss pistols. I think it says page 3. But why is she using...
Maybe that's part of the magic system.
Well, we better find out soon. I'm going to add this to screenplay notes. I'm disorganized in everything in life except my computer. Ooh, books? Oh, I was looking. Oh,
Oh, it was Instagram.
I wanted to see which books your friend got.
Oh, I didn't see.
Never read them.
Okay.
All that modern fiction silliness. Only fantasy and sci-fi for this gentleman, thank you.
Right. Darn right.
The package wasn't. Jace on the satellite phone, fighting to keep the jeep from getting stuck in the sand. The reception is poor. No, the package wasn't. The package was on its way before I arrived. But what I did get may be just as interesting. Well, I better get paid. Alright, I'll let you know as soon as... Simon, I don't know if that's a really strong end to the teaser as a phone call. That, like, is about them getting paid. Because I don't really care about her motivations that much. I want to see a reveal. I want to see her open up that rock and it, like, consumes her face. Or, like, something. Or, like, holy shit, she just released Pandora's box.
Like, her jeep just, like, explodes. And we see that rock just, like...
That would be so surprising, too. Because we're going to think we're going to follow this lady. But then, like, the assassin just gets whooped.
I feel like that thing's powerful.
Call isn't a strong into a teaser. Perhaps a reveal about the rock she just stole. We already know her motivations. The call feels too expository.
And, like, yeah, I don't care about her getting paid.
I have a feel for, yeah, and getting paid isn't that cool. All I'd say, that's just my 2 cents. Interior of University Science Laboratory, Noche. A tongue, a cheek. Tongue and cheek poster on the laboratory wall reads, "Geologists are the real rock stars." Stephen, Stephen 22. Like rocks, but rocks rock harder.
What's wrong with me?
Have you not heard that we like rocks, but rocks rock harder by Bill Nye?
Were you dropped on your head as a child?
Yes. Jay stands behind him in a sporty attire, makes her silvery red. Her arms are crossed.
Steven, a skinny Korean American geophysicist student.
Yeah.
He's frantically monitoring stuff. Okay. Jay stands behind him, sporty attire.
You're Jay.
Well.
This isn't some rock, it's a meteorite, and it's no ordinary one either. It's incredibly valuable and rare. You see, it's...
Yeah, sure. And the data?
Steven swivels his chair to the other computer running a brute force decryption program on the thumb drive. Well, as for the data on this drive, a lot of it is corrupt. However, I've broken the encryption and should be able to at least... Program finishes.
That's not how you spell it.
Huh?
Voila.
Voila! Voila!
Voila.
Hail to Walla! Hail to Walla! Sorry, anybody.
I think he was dropped on his head, I'm pretty sure. That's what I was doing.
Walla!
Voila.
Walla be praised!
Dirt.
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 Walla! It's way better as Walla.
This is dirt boss editing. Special boss editing.
Walla. We praise you, Walla.
It's okay, he's Lebanese.
Yeah, it's true. It's my people.
It's not racist. It's Lebanese.
Praise be to Walla. The program finishes. The screen shows several folders. And one of the folders called
Maybe let him know how to
ORBIS.
spell it in there.
Yeah, I think that will be actually a real... I usually don't do line edits, but for Walla... Walla, we might do a line edit for that one. To... Walla. Walla be praised. Peace and happiness. May Walla grant. Every time you finish your painting stream, you gotta be like, good night, everybody, and Walla be praised.
Walla be praised.
Walla bless. Walla bless. Walla sounds different than voila. Yeah.
I think people mispronounce voila.
Unless
voila.
unless a scientist would pronounce it wrong. Unless a scientist is like, it's a character building thing. Just checking. Voila! Not bad, kid. Jaylene's shoving Steven to the side. Jay clicks on the video. The cave complex is...
Voila dirt.
Voila dirt.
Voila dirt.
Voila derp. Derp derp. Derp alert.
Okay, go. Camera POV, too.
As you predicted. Oh, I'll be Walter.
Okay.
As you predicted, the site has remained undiscovered for centuries. The hieroglyphics and sarcophagus, in particular, are in exquisite condition. Walter is German.
Walter.
The video file is corrupt and cannot be further played.
Oh, another video.
We've secured the package. I believe you will... It's like the cutting out, you know? Yeah. Do the fuzz. You're judging me. She's judging me. Wow. How does that make me feel?
What a dirt.
It's a crackly
video. What a wall of dirt. You're a wall of dirt. You have sesame seeds in your teeth.
Oh, really? Yikes.
A little bit. Just on the side. You see?
Yes, they're not going to go away. They're really in there. I don't care. We've secured the package, and the inscriptions here are well preserved, and Walter's now holding a blown up folder with carved symbols. Amazing. They're all the same. They should prove invaluable to further deciphering the rest of the video is corrupt.
A couple of infants with shiny keys being dangled in front of you.
You may want to spend a comic on active versus passive writing. That's probably true. Walter stands over. Yeah, that's true. It's probably true. I didn't notice it. I'm not doing as many line edits today. It's late. Walter stands. Yeah. Good note. That is a very good note.
Distracted by the German.
I was having so much fun being German. Yeah. More, yeah, active always sounds better. In every type of writing. You are absolutely right. Thank you for, it should be Boss editing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been carrying 90% of the weight here.
We're just doing the voices.
We're just doing the voices. Jay opens the same photo with older Steven. What in the... Steven wheels his chair over to the spectrometer and carefully moves the sample, placing it in the microscope. Thumb drive the computer. Where did you say you got this?
I didn't. Pack it up.
Wait, look at the photo and now look at this. Jay looks in the eye. That's a funny line. I feel like the dialogue really needs a heavy pass. Dialogue. Sounds a little funky. Here, look at photo.
Yeah,
and this. Just look at this. Just come on now. Final name is Jeffro. Who's Jeffro? I don't know who Jeffro is. Jeffro Toll?
Look, Steven, you've done a good job, but that's all I need from you.
Jay begins texting on her phone. Steven carefully places the meteorite in a small glass container. I don't know what you plan on doing with this, but it needs to be studied. It belongs in a... Jay rolls her eyes.
Museum? Where it belongs is none of your business.
I like the indie reference, but it's like... Yeah, I really think the dialogue needs some work, especially when you get some lines. The 4-line rule really is truth. It really is truth. No more than 4 lines, if like unless it's like a speech, like that actually needs it. Oh, I see. You don't understand. Allow me to explain. Somehow you got your hands on a sizable piece of meteorite. No, this is just exposition. Tisk, 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 tisk. This needs to be better masked. Yep, and I was right. I hadn't even read the line, and I told you that line would not work. And it was exposition. Beware these long lines. Beware long lines. It could be you trying to sneak in too much exposition. Oh, I see. You don't understand. Allow me to explain. Somehow you got your hands on a sizable piece of meteorite. Now, the Earth is roughly 4.5 billion years old, and the readings I got from the spectrometer suggest that Rosk and his karmings are older. Steven stares at her, waiting for a response. And that's not possible! Jay's distracted by a string of text on her phone.
Text on the page.
On her phone?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, on the page, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the photo, right? The symbols on the symbol are connected to the hieroglyphics and the profound impact on this kid of its Nobel Prize discovery. Tell people. This could be... I just got the readings back. This is older than the planet Earth. And those carvings. And that's not possible. And then, yeah. And then this all should be...
You kidding?
This is hit, like... This is a
History.
lifetime... This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Cut all this out. All this out. This should just be... I'm going to just do that in Notepad so you can see how much this needs to get trimmed a little bit. P7. I mean, just read this. I mean, this is such... This is like such a tough... It's a tough thing to quit. It's like... It's a tough thing to do less of, but it is so important. It is so important not to do. To like start pulling this stuff out, starting to do less of it.
Let me take time out.
This is a world-changing, shattering discovery. Boom. It's not necessarily the best line or the one you want, but oh yeah, good call. You have to. Those long dialogue things will slay you. 4 lines maximum here. 4 lines maximum. Maximum. Should be 2 to 3. Like 1, 2, maybe 3. Very rarely 4. Same with these babies. Same with the action lines. Time to nip it in the bud.
Chef Boyardee.
Boyardee. Finalists running with Jeffro. If you're going, yeah. Oh. Sorry, your nephew's all out of town. Boyardee. Derp. 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 Derp.
And the newest meme is born. Yes, a beautiful meme.
I just want to do the derp. I want to be the derp emoji on Twitch.
Chef Boyardee.
Someone can make. Okay, I'll do this for you right now. Someone can make an emoji of this. Any of you artists out there?
Not me. Not me.
Screenshot that. Make an emoji of it.
Do it again.
Yeah. And I'll make it. Set it up as derp. That looks like drool on my face now.
Taz, you missed it all.
Yeah, you missed all the derps. The derp maximum. I don't know how to do all the emoji things, but if one of you guys figure it out, I will make derp my emoji.
Do you want string cheese?
Yes.
May I have some?
Yes.
Yay.
I have oodles.
Oodles of strings.
There's also a pack of salami in there, so if you want to get me a string cheese and some salami, that'd be cool. I'd be alright with that. What's up, Tasmocan? Welcome back. We're actually just wrapping this one up. We are 2-3 pages away. So we're getting towards the end here.
Got 2 string cheeses.
Oh, okay. I just need one.
Oh, you just want one? Okay, I don't want it too.
Oh.
I want one salami, though.
Oh, that's all good. I don't think I can YOLO that hard. Fox out YOLO'd me. How you doing, Chasmocan? I do have to say, how's your writing going? It sounds like you've been shuttling a lot of people around today. That's good. Family is most important. More important than words. People greater than words. It's weird, but, you know. I wouldn't think so.
Just to remind himself that every day.
Yeah, really though.
I live in society.
Wait. I live in society. Be nice to people. Stevens Gaze, you want to help with me a little bit on this since I'm nomming?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know it was going to be anything like this. Don't you see? This is big. Bigger than... Jerry receives a flare. Text signals for quiet. Anxiously, she begins pacing, glued to her phone. Stephen's gaze nervously bounces between Jay and the meteorite. But the poster on the wall catches his eye. I'm a rock star! Nobel Prize! While Jay still glued to her phone, Stephen runs through the exit. Having the door open with his shoulder, he spills into the hallway.
So he stole the meteorite!
Stephen? No, he didn't.
Huh?
No, he didn't. He was going to go tell people.
Huh?
It just sounds like he was going to go tell people. Stephen? Jay lowers the phone, her eyes follow Stephen.
I think he stole it.
Scramble down the hallway. The hair's on the back of her neck beginning to stand up. Where does it say that he took it?
But
oh, the meteorite is missing. Oh, there it is. I hadn't gotten there.
He rushes to the railing.
Come on!
Come on, kid. Nice little conflict here. Come on, kid.
She's a woman, actually.
Yeah. She has a very nonchalant manner about her.
She's a 49-year-old grizzled assassin.
Pretty much the Fox, yeah.
Me in 3 years.
Yeah.
49.
Rarely putting one foot over the other, Jared steps over the railing. She lets go of the railing and drops an entire floor height to the 5th.
Fils à putain! He knows how to spell that.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Buttress. Son of a buttress.
Son of a buttress. Takes a deep breath. Stevie's making his way around the corner. Their eyes meet. Give me the rock. Open the empty research lab.
Oh.
Okay. So she gets him.
Hmm.
Yanking him backwards to the ground. No!
You don't know what you're doing. They already know you're here.
Frantic, Steven reaches for a beaker.
Shatters it against Jay's head. Arg! Listens from the pain.
Pulls a thing out of her forehead.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Using his pass card to open the back door, closing it. She ignores the wound, watching Steven's escape through the glass window in the door.
Steven, you're in the wrong place, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems really stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you know this chick is a trained assassin.
Yeah. You just really want a Nobel Prize.
I like that. It's a good writing tip. Boom. You hit Majin Buu gold. You hit gold, Majin.
Okay, security guard. 30s is gently swerving along the
Alright, I do want to write my note about Steven being dumb as a rock.
Yep. He's a nerd.
For a trained scientist. And his escape seems too, like, possible for how much of a badass we know she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this would be okay, like, if he, like, runs, like, a little ways out of the building, and then, like, she, like, does, like, a walking thing and, like, jumps on the wall and, like, kicks him in the neck, and he's like, well, okay, fine, here it is. Like, that's fine. But, like, this is actually, like, a couple of page sequence, and, like, she hasn't caught him, and she's, like, killed, like, 10 people, like...
Saw shards of glass in her.
Yeah, like, she'd be
like,
pissed.
Trained people could even do that.
Yeah.
She was, like, untouched in the first scene.
Yeah.
She's this little nerdy kid.
Does he have some power, too? I don't know. Call the police right now!
Slow down. Turns off music, just flashlight. Take a deep breath. Start from the top. Now, what seems to be the...
There's no time. She could be... Oh, no! That has to be his tone.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, good heavens.
Gracious. Standing there, she squeezes her fist around a brass knuckle and drops him in one swift blow. Give it to me now, Steven. If you're still here when they arrive, I won't be able to help you. Be smart. There's still time. I can fix this.
Who are they?
Didn't she just knock him out?
Oh, she's not going to the guard.
Oh. Steven looks rolled around, sees a flash of headlights at the far end of the courtyard. Steven, there's no time. Panics, turns to run. Shut up. Shut up and do what they say.
Black sedan screeches. So I like that she's afraid of these people, but Steven is dumb AF,
Yeah.
man. Like, seriously.
Dumb ass. For crying out loud.
Yeah. Like that Jay is afraid. Like, dude, you're so dumb.
That's what I would do.
I want Steven to die, so like that would give me satisfaction as a reader. If he just like runs out with the rock and just gets lit up. Oh, getting shot by bullets because I'm stupid. Like, yeah, you deserve that.
What's happening?
Yeah, of course. You tried to rob from a trained assassin, and then her employers. Yeah, I've been playing a game, listening, but it seems completely competently structured from a formatting point of view. Just a little style, more active sentences, more command. Yep, I'd agree. Most of like the writing isn't too bad. I feel like the big issues, and we'll talk about this, is probably around the dialogue, and this Steven thing is getting a bit tiresome.
Yeah, I'm over Steven.
Like, how
Jay's
can she?
Actually, not that interesting.
Yeah, how can he kick Jay's ass when Like, that's not. How does that even happen?
Plus, Jay is just kind of boring too.
Yeah, she's not really. She's just kind of like sitting on her phone texting the whole time.
Reactive.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. P10. I'll just do this overall here. I'll write this down. Outside of the first scene, Jay is very reactive. Only texting makes discoveries, then has to react and chase him, etc. What makes her worth reading about?
Besides being about us, which is kind of boring in and of itself.
Like the core plot, idea, strong and fun story. Is the writer going to see this chat really? He should. That's why I always have it display on the screen, or it should be displaying on the screen. Oh no. Is it not coming up? Ugh, damn it.
You can just post it.
Chat 3.0. Oh, it's too far behind. Damn. I should go. Yeah. Yeah, it got bumped to the bottom. Boo.
You can just paste it on.
I'll place this on here. I'll do that right now. Yeah, good call, Majin. For some reason I thought it was showing up, so I usually don't pay too much attention. But it looks like today wasn't my day. I'm gonna copy those notes down now. Yeah, here's Majin notes. I got Majin's action line note because that was in like the writing. Just read what I just wrote so he gets it. I'll just paste it in here from Majin Do. From chat. Oop. I want him to get the actual Twitch Prime Majin Do. Ooh, Snowy River.
I like it.
Been having these. That's off.
Yeah.
Saving battery though.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
So he gets it all, yeah. There's no need for that, Steven. Isn't it? Isn't it? Is there? Elder steps out with a cane. There's no need for that, Steven, isn't it?
No, there's no need for that. Steven, isn't it?
Oh, Steven is.
We're gonna put this one to bed.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed right after this page.
Long day. He's been sitting in front of this computer for a long time.
Writing. I'm gonna be frank. You have something that doesn't belong to you. I'd like you to kindly return it. Steven quickly shoves the meteorite into his pocket. What is wrong with you? With all due respect, sir, this meteorite is
What's this?
important.
I don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
It's in my pocket. It's an important scientific discovery that needs to be studied. I have the expertise and access to research to write a prize-winning paper about this. We could collaborate on co-sponsor the paper even. We have to share this with the world.
Share this with the world. What on earth did you tell the boy?
He figured it out on his own. I didn't say a GD thing.
Well, you seem like a smart young man. Apparently, you were even... No, he does not. He does not seem like smart. Cat encrypted data in a matter of hours. I trust you'll be smart about the next action you take.
Probably won't.
Now the rock boy. Putain, Stephen.
Putain.
Oh, I thought it was Stephen talking. Putain, Stephen, give him the rock. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Ay, bug, my leg, bug. Shoots his leg. Okay. All right.
Cool.
That is that. Let's go through our little overall. Good, like the part idea. Stephen is or actually cool graphics setup and all the Egypt mythology. It's good. Overall, smooth action writing, read well. One more. Elder, an old smelly grifter with a shopping cart. Hey. I'm waiting for Stephen to spontaneously combust.
She should be a Southern Belle woman.
Yeah, that'd solve a lot from Georgia, son of a senator. They always get into so much trouble, don't they? I do declare. You'd be a good Georgia Belle.
Yeah.
Literally writing a book set in Georgia right now.
Nice.
We all just stole your idea, impended. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna write about a southern. I don't write modern fiction. I only write fantasy, sci-fi. But this inspires me. I want to do something with Egypt eventually. Now, I'm gonna add that to my wish list. My running wish list. Some cool like mummy. That's been so heavily done. Like even Fifth Element was like that. Where's my writing lists? Oops. Really writing just the bee couldn't just been telling us it's impossible. I knew that was coming.
He could have been writing it while he talked. And I guess not. He could have been writing it with one hand and typing.
He could have been typing dual-handed, dual keyboards. That's how Impended writes. 2 different keyboards. It's like a grammaton cleric of writing.
He writes with one hand and types with the other hand. That's how good he is.
Beta boy. Outside of the first scene, Jay is very reactive, only texting in case he makes discoveries. Steven is dumb. Like real dumb. And then also, yeah, Jay is very reactive. The evil elder is a bit predictable. And shooting Steven to get him to come around seemed obvious. What's a more creative in the world way to do this? All right, that's it for tonight. We are pooped. I am deliriously sleepy, and Fox is she's all right.
I'm a little sleepy. I'm always a little sleepy.
Adding Nightingale to auto host.
I can always sleep.
I do want to read out all these kind souls who are hosting us. Resident Evil fan, thanks for the host. Judy Dawn, thanks for the host. The Foxy Lady, thanks for the host. Nightingale, Smishmosh, Table Reads, Casey Magnus, Brian Kent Writes, The Allison Parker, VTV Stream, Erica Drayton, Chayton Cross, and Grover. I want to just, you guys should follow all those people I listed. Just all right.
I'm sorry?
Just all right, great to the doghouse.
Hey, Luke.
Oh, because I was like, and Fox, she's all right.
Oh, yeah.
It's a writing technique called
sleepy, so.
understatement. Understatement.
Hopefully I'm sleepy. I missed it.
Oh yeah. Luckily for me, she's sleepy.
Always.
Boodly doodly doodly doot. Doodly doodly doot 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 doot. I'm gonna find someone to host, and then I will call it a day. A night. This was an edit. Actually, we went through the queue. We got through the queue for once.
Got through it?
Not through it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we got through
done?
some of the queue. No, we're not done.
I think so.
Okay, we'll actually host Majin Buu. He's on right now. Since he's hanging out with us, we're gonna host you, Margin.
Rattle off the names too fast. You should put the list.
All right. I wish I could copy. Can I just copy this here? Let's see. No. Oh, maybe. These people. That sort of works. They're in there. They're double, but in there. Those are all the amazing people who are hosting us. Thank you. So glad that we have so many people who are passionate about writing and sharing the news. I auto-host all of them back because it is that important to me as well. So I just auto-hosted Nightingale back. So when she does start writing streaming, we'll know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. We're going to go ahead and host Majin Buu now. We're going to host old Majin. I host two lols. Oh, really? It was not showing up. But you do host, but you're not hosting right now. But you do host. I apologize, Majin Buu. All the hosts, not on the list. Yeah, these are the actively hosting right now.
It's because he's streaming right now.
But I give these shout outs all the time, so.
Yeah.
Because it's important. I want to support the writing crew. And yeah, you guys should all follow Maj too, because he also writes on stream and writes a lot of really good screenplays. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and actually host Majin Buu right now. Give him a nice final boss raid. Tell him what's up. And we are off.
Farewell.
Tally ho.
Go.
Derp.
Walla.
Derp. Walla.
Walla derp.